The most basic parabola has the equation y equals x squared. Now, we can tell that the center, or really the vertex of this parabola, is at the origin, 0, 0. The parabola opens in the upward direction, and it has an a value of 1. The a value is simply the number that's in front of the x squared term. Since it's not listed, we know that the coefficient is a 1. Another interesting part about parabolas is that they're symmetric. If there's a point on the left-hand side of the graph, then there's another point equally distant away from its axis of symmetry on the right-hand side of the graph. For example, we have the point -3, 9. Then on the other side of the graph, we have the point 3, 9. We also have the point -2, 4. And on the right-hand side of the graph, we also have the point 2, 4. 2 units in the horizontal direction right, and then 4 units vertically up. The lowest point, or the turning point for our parabola, is the vertex. It's at the origin, 0, 0. Now, we could make an x and y table and create a table of values to get our graph. But an easier way to get a couple points on the graph is to look at the a value. We're going to zoom in on this parabola. We can find the basic shape of this parabola by looking at the a value. The points to the left and to the right of the vertex will be exactly 1 unit above the current point. So we move 1 unit left and 1 unit up. We move 1 unit up since the a value is 1. And then to get the symmetric point, we move in the opposite direction, 1 unit right and 1 unit up. So we can see that we have a point of -1, 1 and a point of 1, 1. Let's make another graph and see some comparisons. For the graph y equals 2x squared, we also get a parabola. This parabola's vertex is at the origin, it's still 0, 0. But what's different is the a value. Now the a value is 2. So to get the basic shape of this graph, we'll move 1 unit right and 1 unit left from the vertex. Then we'll go a units up, in this case 2 units. So 1 unit left and 2 units up. This gives us our first point at -1, 2. Then we can move 1 unit right and 2 units up to give ourselves another point at 1, 2. And here's a third parabola, y equals 3x squared. Notice that the turning point, or the vertex for this parabola, is still at 0, 0, the origin. To find other points on this purple parabola, we're going to use our a value. We can move 1 unit left and 3 units up. This gives us a coordinate of -1, 3. To find another point on the graph, we'll go the opposite way. We'll go 1 unit right, and this time 3 units up. This gives us a point of 1, 3. The a value is always a quick way to get one point that is to the left of the vertex and one point that is to the right of the vertex whenever a parabola is in the form y equals. Notice too that as the a value gets bigger, our parabola stretches vertically, or in other words, it gets more narrow.